Taylor Swift stands as one of the most influential and celebrated artists of the 21st century. With a career spanning over 2 decades, she has consistently redefined the boundaries of music, storytelling, and celebrity. Known for her unparalleled ability to connect with her audience, Swift has achieved global superstardom while maintaining an authenticity that resonates deeply with fans across generations and cultures. Born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania, Taylor Allison Swift grew up in a world far removed from the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry. Yet from a young age, she demonstrated a remarkable talent for music and a profound passion for storytelling. Her early years were defined by an insatiable drive to make her mark, leading her family to relocate to Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of country music. It was here that Swift began crafting her unique voice, both literally and artistically, laying the foundation for what would become an extraordinary career. Swift's rise to fame is a testament to her versatility and relentless pursuit of artistic growth. Starting as a country music prodigy, she quickly captured hearts with her relatable lyrics and poignant melodies. Her debut album introduced her as a promising young talent, but it was her knack for weaving personal experiences into universally appealing narratives that set her apart. Each album that followed marked a new chapter in her life and career, reflecting her evolving identity as an artist and as a woman navigating the complexities of fame, love, and personal growth. Her transition from country to pop with albums like Red and 1989 was a bold move that solidified her status as a global icon. Swift proved her ability to not only dominate but also redefine the pop genre, incorporating elements of synth, indie, and even alternative music into her work. Her evolution continued with albums like Reputation, Lover, Folklore, and Evermore, each showcasing a different facet of her artistry. These records revealed a maturity and depth that have earned her critical acclaim and secured her place in music history. Beyond her music, Swift has become a cultural force. Her influence extends far beyond the charts, impacting fashion, social media, and even political discourse. She has used her platform to advocate for artists' rights, speak out on social issues, and inspire young people to engage in meaningful causes. From her highly publicized battles with music industry executives to her thoughtful philanthropy, Swift has navigated the challenges of fame with resilience and purpose. In an industry known for fleeting success, Swift has remained remarkably enduring. Her ability to adapt and innovate while staying true to her artistic vision is a rare quality that has endeared her to millions. She has won countless awards, broken numerous records, and inspired a generation of musicians to follow in her footsteps. Yet what truly sets Swift apart is her profound connection with her audience, a relationship built on trust, vulnerability, and shared experiences. Taylor Allison Swift was born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania, to Andrea and Scott Swift. She grew up in the nearby town of Wyomissing with her younger brother, Austin. Her family's supportive and close-knit dynamic provided the foundation for her early artistic explorations. From an early age, Swift exhibited a fascination with storytelling, often penning poems and short stories that reflected her imaginative and introspective nature. This passion for narrative soon found its way into music as she began experimenting with songwriting and performing. Swift's musical inclinations were evident by the time she was in elementary school. She was particularly influenced by country music legends like Shania Twain, Faith Hill, and the Dixie Chicks, whose emotionally charged lyrics and strong vocal performances resonated with her. Inspired by their ability to tell stories through song, Swift began learning the guitar at the age of 12. She famously received a lesson from a local computer repairman who taught her just 3 chords. From there, she began writing her own songs, blending her love for storytelling with a burgeoning talent for melody. Her early years were marked by an intense dedication to honing her craft. Swift would perform at local events, fairs, and karaoke contests, steadily building her confidence and stage presence. At the same time, she faced challenges that many young artists encounter. Despite her talent, she often found herself dismissed due to her age and the competitive nature of the music industry. However, these experiences only strengthened her resolve to succeed. With the unwavering support of her parents, Swift and her family made the pivotal decision to relocate to Nashville, Tennessee, when she was just 14 years old. Nashville, the epicenter of country music, became the backdrop for Swift's early forays into the professional music scene. She began knocking on the doors of record labels along Music Row, handing out demo CDs and seeking opportunities to showcase her talent. It was during this time that she signed a development deal with RCA Records, a relationship that introduced her to the intricacies of the music industry, but also tested her patience. Frustrated by the slow pace of progress and the label's reluctance to allow her to release original music, Swift ultimately walked away from RCA to seek greater creative freedom. Swift's break came when she performed at the legendary Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. Her performance caught the attention of Scott Borchetta, a former DreamWorks Records executive who was in the process of launching his own label, Big Machine Records. Recognizing her potential, Marquette assigned Swift as one of the label's first artists, giving her the platform she needed to bring her vision to life. At just 16 years old, Swift released her self-titled debut album, marking the beginning of her remarkable journey in the music industry. Taylor Swift's debut album, released in October 2006, marked the beginning of her meteoric rise to stardom. Simply titled Taylor Swift, the album introduced her as a fresh, authentic voice in country music. At just 16 years old, Swift captivated audiences with her heartfelt lyrics and youthful relatability, blending traditional country elements with a contemporary sound that appealed to a wide range of listeners. The album's lead single, Tim McGraw, was a poignant reflection on young love and nostalgia. Inspired by her personal experiences, the song showcased Swift's ability to turn deeply personal moments into universal themes. Its success on country radio signaled that Swift was more than just a promising newcomer. She was a force to be reckoned with. The track peaked in the top 10 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart, setting the tone for what would become an unprecedented career in music. Taylor Swift also featured other hits like Teardrops on My Guitar, a tender ballad about unrequited love, and Our Song, a playful and catchy ode to young romance. The latter became her first one hit on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, further cementing her place in the country music scene. Critics praised the album for its authenticity and maturity, noting Swift's natural talent as a songwriter. By 2008, the album had been certified multi-platinum and Swift had established herself as a rising star. One of the defining aspects of Swift's early success was her ability to connect with her audience. Through her lyrics, she spoke directly to the experiences of teenagers and young adults, addressing themes of love, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Her open and approachable persona endeared her to fans, creating a sense of intimacy that set her apart from other artists in the genre. Swift's active engagement with her audience, including handwritten notes, meet and greets, and social media interactions, further solidified this connection. Swift's breakout moment came with her sophomore album, Fearless, released in November 2008. The album was a critical and commercial triumph, solidifying her transition from rising star to bona fide sensation. Fearless featured iconic tracks such as Love Story and You Belong With Me, both of which crossed over into mainstream pop, expanding her audience far beyond country music. Love Story, inspired by Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, became one of the best-selling singles of all time and established Swift as a global phenomenon. The album's success was unprecedented for a country artist. Fearless debuted at No. 1 on the Billboard 200 and won 4 Grammy Awards, including the coveted Album of the Year, making Swift the youngest artist at the time to win the honor. The album's blend of country storytelling and pop sensibilities broke barriers and brought a new generation of listeners to country music. Swift's whirlwind success extended to her live performances. The Fearless Tour, her first headlining concert series, was a massive undertaking that sold out arenas across the globe. The tour showcased Swift's engaging stage presence and her ability to connect with fans on an emotional level, further cementing her reputation as an exceptional live performer. By the end of her country music era, Swift had not only become one of the most celebrated artists in the genre, but had also begun to redefine its boundaries. Her ability to blend traditional country sounds with modern pop influences set her apart and paved the way for her eventual transition to mainstream pop. Her rise from a teenage songwriter to a global superstar was a testament to her talent, vision, and relentless work ethic. Taylor Swift's decision to transition from country music to pop was a bold move that redefined her career and cemented her status as a global superstar. This shift was not abrupt, but rather a gradual evolution that began with her third studio album, Speak Now, 2010, and became fully realized with Red, 2012. These albums showcased Swift's growing experimentation with pop elements, setting the stage for her complete transformation with 1989, 2014. Red marked a pivotal moment in Swift's artistic journey. The album was a fusion of country roots and pop sensibilities, featuring an eclectic mix of styles that demonstrated her willingness to push creative boundaries. Tracks like We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together and I Knew You Were Trouble were unmistakably pop anthems, while songs like Begin Again and All Too Well retained the storytelling and emotional depth that had become her hallmark. Red was a commercial and critical success, earning multiple Grammy nominations and debuting at No. 1 on the Billboard 200. However, its genre-blurring nature left Swift feeling that she had yet to fully commit to a single artistic identity. With 1989, Swift made her intentions clear. She was no longer a country artist dabbling in pop, she was a pop artist. Released in October 2014, 1989 was a transformative moment in her career, showcasing a sleek, synth-driven sound that was inspired by the vibrant pop music of the 1980s. The album's lead single, Shake It Off, was an exuberant declaration of self-empowerment and resilience, instantly topping charts worldwide. Other hits like Blank Space and Style further solidified Swift's dominance in the pop genre. 1989 was a critical and commercial triumph. It won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year, making Swift the first woman to win the award twice as a lead artist. The album also marked a shift in her public image. Gone was the country girl with curly hair and acoustic guitars. In her place was a polished, confident pop icon who embraced reinvention and creative risk. Swift's 1989 world tour was a blockbuster success, selling out stadiums across the globe and reinforcing her reputation as one of the most dynamic performers in the music industry. This period also saw Swift become a fixture in popular culture. Her friendships with other high-profile celebrities, often referred to as her squad, made headlines and underscored her influence beyond music. She became a style icon, gracing magazine covers and setting trends with her fashion choices. Swift also leveraged social media to connect with fans in an unprecedented way, sharing glimpses of her life and career while maintaining an air of accessibility. As Swift's fame reached new heights, she also faced increased scrutiny. Her romantic relationships, a recurring theme in her music, became a favorite topic for tabloids and critics. Swift, however, turned these experiences into artistic fuel, using her music to address misconceptions and reclaim her narrative. Songs like Blank Space played with public perceptions of her as a serial dater, showcasing her sharp wit and self-awareness. The success of 1989 marked Swift's full arrival as a global pop superstar, but it also set the stage for a new chapter in her career. She had proven her ability to dominate the pop world, but with fame came challenges, both personal and professional, that would lead to further reinvention. Taylor Swift's career has been defined by her remarkable ability to reinvent herself, and this adaptability became even more apparent during the Reputation era and beyond. Following the massive success of 1989, Swift faced intense public scrutiny, largely fueled by high-profile feuds, tabloid controversies, and an increasingly invasive media environment. Rather than shy away from this criticism, she embraced it, channeling her experiences into a bold and defiant reinvention. Released in November 2017, Reputation was a stark departure from Swift's previous work. The album showcased a darker, edgier sound driven by heavy beats, electronic production, and biting lyrics. Its lead single, Look What You Made Me Do, was a pointed response to her critics, signaling a shift in tone and a willingness to confront public perceptions head-on. The lyrics revealed a more combative side of Swift, one afraid to take ownership of her narrative. Despite, or perhaps because of, its controversial themes, Reputation was a commercial juggernaut. It debuted at No. 1 on the Billboard 200 and became the best-selling album of 2017. Tracks like Delicate and Ready For It showcase Swift's ability to balance vulnerability with resilience, offering a nuanced portrait of a woman navigating fame, relationships, and personal growth. The Reputation Stadium Tour was another massive success, breaking records and becoming one of the highest-grossing tours of all time. After the intensity of the Reputation era, Swift surprised fans with a dramatic tonal shift in 2019. Her seventh studio album, Lover, marked a return to brighter, more romantic themes. The album celebrated love in all its forms, blending introspection with a renewed sense of optimism. Tracks like Lover, You Need to Calm Down, and The Archer demonstrated her versatility as a songwriter, capable of capturing both personal and universal emotions. Lover was not only a critical and commercial success, but also showcased Swift's growing confidence in exploring themes of inclusivity and social activism. In 2020, Swift once again redefined herself with the surprise release of Folklore and its sister album, Evermore. These records marked a departure from mainstream pop, diving into indie folk and alternative styles. Recorded during the COVID-19 pandemic, the albums were introspective, understated, and lyrically rich, weaving stories of fictional characters alongside personal reflections. Songs like Cardigan, Exile, and Willow highlighted her growth as a storyteller and collaborator, with contributions from Aaron Dessner of The National and longtime partner Jack Antonoff. Folklore was a critical triumph, earning Swift her third Grammy for Album of the Year, making her the first woman in history to achieve this feat. The stripped-down production and poetic lyrics resonated with audiences seeking solace and connection during a challenging time. Evermore, released just months later, built on this success, solidifying Swift's reputation as one of the most versatile and innovative artists of her generation. Throughout this period, Swift also took a bold stand for artists' rights by re-recording her earlier albums following a high-profile dispute over the ownership of her masters. With the release of Fearless, Taylor's Version, and Red, Taylor's Version, in 2021, she reclaimed control over her catalog while giving fans reimagined versions of beloved classics. The decision underscored her commitment to artistic integrity and inspired conversations about equity in the music industry. Swift's ability to evolve while staying true to her core as a songwriter and storyteller has been key to her longevity. From the Defy Reputation era to the introspective beauty of Folklore and Evermore, she has consistently pushed creative boundaries, refusing to be confined by genre or expectation. Taylor Swift's influence extends far beyond her music. As a cultural icon, she has shaped fashion, social discourse, and the way artists connect with their audiences. Through her advocacy for artists' rights, political engagement, and dedication to empowering women, Swift has become a leading voice in both the entertainment industry and broader society. One of Swift's most significant contributions has been her fight for artists' control over their work. Her dispute with Scooter Braun over the ownership of her master recordings became a rallying cry for musicians' rights. Swift publicly condemned the acquisition of her catalog without her consent, shedding light on the broader issue of artist exploitation in the music industry. In response, she began re-recording her albums under the banner of Taylor's version, reclaiming ownership of her early work. This bold move not only reasserted her autonomy, but also inspired other artists to push for fairer contracts and greater creative control. Swift's advocacy extends beyond the music industry. In recent years, she has used her platform to champion political and social causes, breaking a long-held silence on political matters. During 2018 U.S. midterm elections, she endorsed candidates for the first time, urging her fans to register to vote and participate in the democratic process. Her public support for LGBT+ rights was another watershed moment, with songs like You Need to Calm Down explicitly celebrating diversity and inclusivity. Swift's efforts have earned her recognition as a powerful voice for progressive change. Her commitment to philanthropy is equally noteworthy. Over the years, Swift has donated millions to causes ranging from disaster relief to education and public health. She has supported organizations like Feeding America, the Red Cross, and various LGBTQ+ advocacy groups. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Swift made significant contributions to relief efforts, including direct donations to fans facing financial hardship. These actions reflect her deep sense of responsibility to give back to the communities that have supported her throughout her career. In fashion, Swift's impact is undeniable. From her early days as a country star with cowboy boots and sundresses to her transformation into a sophisticated style icon, she has consistently set trends. Her 1989 era marked a shift toward bold, retro-inspired looks, while the Folklore era embraced a minimalist, cottagecore aesthetic that resonated with audiences during the pandemic. Swift's ability to reinvent her image while maintaining authenticity has solidified her status as a cultural taskmaker. Swift's influence also permeates to social media, where she has mastered the art of engaging directly with her fans. From cryptic teasers and Easter eggs to heartfelt interactions, she has cultivated a sense of intimacy and community that sets her apart from other celebrities. Her ability to connect on a personal level has fostered a loyal and passionate fan base known as Swifties, who have played a pivotal role in her enduring success. Taylor Swift's cultural impact is multifaceted. She has redefined what it means to be a modern artist, balancing commercial success with artistic integrity and social consciousness. Her willingness to speak out on issues of importance and her dedication to empowering others has cemented her legacy as not just a musician, but a cultural leader. Taylor Swift's commitment to philanthropy and her strategic business acumen have further solidified her legacy as a trailblazing artist and cultural icon. While her music remains at the core of her success, her actions outside the recording studio demonstrate a profound dedication to giving back and shaping the industry on her own terms. Swift has been a consistent advocate for charitable causes, often aligning her contributions with issues that resonate deeply with her values and fans. Over the years, she has donated millions to education initiatives, disaster relief efforts, and healthcare organizations. In 2012, she pledged $4 million to the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum to establish the Taylor Swift Education Center, which provides music education to young people. Similarly, her support for literacy programs, such as the donation of 25,000 books to New York City schools, highlights her belief in the transformative power of education. Her philanthropic efforts extend to times of crisis. In the aftermath of natural disasters such as floods, tornadoes, and hurricanes, Swift has stepped in with significant financial contributions. For instance, she donated $1 million to Louisiana flood relief in 2016 and provided aid to Tennessee tornado victims in 2020. During the COVID-19 pandemic, she supported frontline workers and fans facing financial hardship, often making direct donations to individuals in need. Her actions during these challenging times reflect her empathy and understanding of her platform's impact. Swift's support for social justice causes has also been noteworthy. She has made substantial donations to organizations advocating for LGBTQ+ rights, including GLAAD, and to groups working for racial equality, such as the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund. Her public endorsement of progressive political causes and financial backing for voter registration initiatives have positioned her as a significant voice for change, inspiring her vast audience to engage with these issues. In addition to her philanthropy, Swift has proven herself to be a savvy businesswoman. Her re-recording project, Taylor's Version, is a landmark move in the music industry, demonstrating her ability to adapt and assert control over her artistic legacy. By reclaiming the rights to her music through re-recordings, she has not only ensured her creative autonomy, but also opened new revenue streams while engaging her fan base in a deeply personal way. Swift's partnerships with major brands such as Diet Coke, Keds, and Apple have further showcased her business acumen. However, she has also been selective and principled in her collaborations. For example, her public critique of Apple Music's initial policy of not paying artists during a free trial period led to a swift reversal by the tech giant, underscoring her influence and advocacy for fair treatment in the industry. Her ventures into film and television have expanded her artistic footprint. Swift has appeared in movies such as The Giver, 2014, and Cats, 2019, showcasing her versatility as a performer. She has also directed and starred in her music videos, further asserting her creative control. Her short film For All Too Well, 10-minute version, in 2021 marked a new milestone in her career, blending storytelling and cinematic artistry in a way that captivated both fans and critics. Taylor Swift's legacy is one of remarkable achievement, reinvention, and cultural impact. Few artists have navigated the complexities of fame in the music industry as deftly as Swift, building a career that spans genres, generations, and global audiences. Her influence is felt not only in music, but also in the ways she has shaped cultural conversations, business practices, and the relationship between artists and their audiences. Swift's music, characterized by its deeply personal yet universally relatable themes, has left an indelible mark on modern songwriting. Her ability to transform personal experiences into art has resonated with millions, creating a sense of intimacy and connection that is rare in the industry. Albums like Fearless, 1989, and Folklore have defined eras in music, and tracks such as All Too Well and Love Story are now considered timeless classics. Her willingness to experiment with genres from country to synth-pop to indie folk has set a new standard for artistic versatility and evolution. Beyond her music, Swift's cultural impact is profound. She has redefined what it means to be a public figure in the 21st century, balancing immense popularity with an openness about her personal struggles, values, and aspirations. Through her activism, Swift has used her platform to advocate for artists' rights, gender equality, LGBTQ+ acceptance, and voter engagement, inspiring a generation of fans to be more socially and politically conscious. Her influence on the music industry is undeniable. By re-recording her early albums under Taylor's Version, Swift has not only reclaimed control of her work, but also sparked a broader conversation about artist ownership and the ethics of the recording industry. This move has inspired other artists to examine their own contracts and rights, creating a ripple effect that could reshape industry norms for years to come. Swift's business acumen, from record-breaking tours to strategic partnerships, has further cemented her as a trailblazer. The Reputation Stadium Tour and Eras Tour have set new benchmarks for live performances, showcasing her ability to create immersive, unforgettable experiences for fans. Her use of social media to foster a direct relationship with her audience has become a model for artists worldwide, demonstrating the power of authenticity and engagement in building a loyal fan base. As a cultural icon, Swift has influenced fashion, social media trends, and even language, with her lyrics and phrases becoming part of popular vernacular. Her ability to reinvent her image while staying true to her core identity has made her a symbol of resilience and adaptability. Swift's journey from a teenage country singer to one of the most powerful and celebrated figures in the music world is a story of ambition, creativity, and perseverance. Taylor Swift's legacy is still being written, but her impact is already clear. She has redefined what it means to be an artist, blending talent with activism, vulnerability with strength, and individuality with universality. As she continues to release new music, advocate for meaningful causes, and inspire future generations, Swift remains not just a musician, but a cultural force whose influence will endure for decades to come.